So this is my 1/35 scale 12-inch gauge swamp logging caboose. 12-inch gauge is generally referred to as minimum gauge, so it's very small, narrow little equipment. It's in the realm of fantasy a little bit, but that's okay. I just love the look of equipment that's hunkered down over impossibly narrow rails. So these are KB scale skip chassis. They're intended for 1/43 scale 14 millimeter gauge. That's the way they come packaged. But you can re-gauge them down to 9 millimeter gauge. And that's what I did. Unfortunately, the wheel sets that come with these are sadly not very well made, I guess. They look great, but they don't run very well, so I had to replace the wheel sets. Dundas models, I believe. Beautiful machined wheel sets. It's not so visually interesting, but they run great, so that's more important. Little tool car there is inspired by, narrow gaugers would probably know. I don't remember the line, but I believe a Welsh prototype dynamite wagon. Just inspired by that shape, like that toaster shape. So the up close views of these aren't necessarily going to be too kind to the paintwork. I paint with a naked eye because model railways, you have to look at the whole scene. You're not generally looking at the models under magnification, so I paint them the way they're viewed. Just Vallejo acrylics, and then shaded at the very end with brown black artist oils. The figure is mini art parts. All the buckets and shovels and things like that are all from mini art detail sets. The tool car is a paper over balsa wood form, and then just mounted to the KB chassis. Actually, I think that red gas can came from that ancient old artillery tool set, the field workshop. Remember that one from when I was a kid? So the railway itself, because it's so much smaller than the rest of the logging equipment, it's really just used to shuttle workers in and out of the swamp and bring fuel in, parts, that sort of thing. It's a series of swamp-locked small islands, so the heavy equipment can only be moved from cutting area to cutting area during the winter time when the swamps are frozen. The rest of the year, it's just the railway in and out. So I'm going to convert a bunch of these chassis to 2-truck skeleton log cars. Keep the center of gravity as low as I possibly can, and I think I can plausibly get away with hauling log loads that are 3 feet wide. So pretty, really just 1 to 3 logs per load, not big diameter stuff. Kind of thinking in terms of like a jack pine swamp, Northern Ontario. But really, it's just a storyline that justifies being able to use minimum gauge in conjunction with full-size logging equipment. I love 1/35th scale. I love working in this size, but I'm not really interested in building military, quote, models. I did that a bit, excuse me, I did that a bit when I was a kid. And I love the detailing and painting and weathering. But I don't really like being constrained by prototype research. I find that for me, it just sort of sucks the fun out of making models. So by taking one or two steps to the left, I'm able to just do what I want with the kits and have fun building stuff like this. And also machinery that's seen 20, 30, 40, even more years of hard use. I believe there's more latitude there for extreme weathering and modifications. You think about equipment that's changed hands 5 times and been repainted 4 times and wrecked and modified again. There's so many opportunities there for your imagination to take over. Yeah. Little fella. This was one of the first that I completed in this size. And I liked the way the caboose looked so much, I decided to continue in this gauge. So this is kind of where it all started. Right on. Thanks for watching.